how much damage has been done by those who thought themselves much better, a legacy of brutalization and genocide that can never be removed by an apology letter. 90 million people wiped from the lands that others only stole, the remaining people traumatized, stripped of everything that made them whole. History books full of lies that only painted them the color of their hate, prejudice and discrimination that recorded them as a people who didn't rate, abuse perpetrated on stolen children who were then stripped of their culture, the colonialists trying to wipe out a whole people with the dignity of a vulture, an oral history silenced on the mouths not allowed to speak their truth, the bonds of attachment torn apart that set adrift their youth, alcoholism and addiction that for some became a dangerous answer, the seeds of suicide and violence that spread through their people like a cancer, painted, ugly stereotypes used to denigrate their way of life, their spirituality banned, their connection to their ancestors cut with a prejudicial knife, and yet still they journeyed on despite everything we took, fighting to rise from the ashes of the lies in our history books, fighting to reclaim their lost children from the depths of their internal pain, reaching down to pick up what we had stepped on and to wash away the stain, their tenacity underestimated in these people of the earth, because they would find a way back to defend the land that gave them birth. That connection could never be broken because it was carried in their genetic line. The land that bore them spoke to them so they could never become blind. The earth knows her people. There is an unspoken bond between them. The unique characteristics across the planet that's created all that's ever been them. Each place modified the people to match its unique design. It was its climate and terrain that had the power to refine. People adapting over thousands of years to the particular place that would sustain them. Their changes in skin and hair and eyes to the climate that would maintain them, until they were a perfect match between the people and the land, which you had to look over thousands of years to truly understand. But then the warring tribes thought to plunder beyond their shores, to steal what was not theirs, and to break down other people's doors, to steal land that did not belong to them, to destroy the peace of others, to believe they were somehow superior and not each other's sisters or brothers, spreading out like locusts to wipe out those they did not know, spreading the disease of hatred to every place where they would go, until like a poisonous venom they poured across the earth, spreading devastation and pollution in the lands that gave them birth. Nothing would ever be enough until they taken everything that they could take, until you had to look at these people and believe their birth had been a mistake. These are the homeless people. They never connected to the planet. They only learned to stoke the fires of war and use their hate to fan it. They believed they had a right to take, but they never learned to give. The behaviors that engaged in made them a people hard to forgive. They have attacked the world's indigenous people, and they have created genocide. They have dissipated their children and left them at risk of suicide. They attempted to assimilate them, to wash their crimes away, to erase every sign they ever existed, to keep the ugly truth at bay. But they never counted on the people's ability to keep on hanging on, that they would find a way to survive beyond the drums of war that kept on banging on. Despite all the damage they have caused, despite the pain they have inflicted, despite the prisons that have overpopulated with all the lives they have restricted, the planet's original peoples have taken on a full measure of the assault, and everyone with eyes to see knows exactly who's at fault. You cannot hide your crimes, your greed, and your destruction. Someone is keeping an account to challenge all the lies of your construction. We know which voices speak the truth. We know the true believers. We've heard enough of your lies to know that you are the earth's deceivers. You are a plague upon the planet. You endanger our survival, because what we really need is an indigenous revival. We need to renew the ancient knowledge and the balance between give and take before the greediness of the homeless tribes makes a more serious mistake.